Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. I am extremely excited to do this video today. As you can see, my eyes are prepped, but I have nothing else on, and I didn't even do my brows. Sorry, I'm really not feeling that great, and I don't know what's going on with my eye. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do the eyes today, but my husband was so gracious and so amazing enough to get me the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. I know this is not super new, but new enough to me and new enough that I wanted to try it out for you guys. I have seen mixed reviews on this. I have seen some people that love it, and some people that don't quite like it so much. So, yeah, that kind of scares me a little bit. I will say, I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit bigger than it is, so yeah, we're going to just jump right in and see. I always just put normally foundation and then put a little bit of concealer and then press a little bit of powder into my lids. I did not obviously put foundation on, so I just have some Tarte Shape Tape and then I pressed a little bit of powder into my lid. That is it. So this is what the outer packaging, the actual packaging looks like. It's really soft and kind of feels almost like leather, like a fake leather type of material. It looks like a little pretty jewelry box. I mean, honestly, even if it kind of sort of sucks, it's still stunning and the packaging is absolutely beautiful. Again, I thought it was going to be bigger. Like, it's not even like the size of my hand. So I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than it is. Okay, I'm dumb, clearly. One of the shadows looks like it's a little bit dinged up, but aside from that, it's so freaking pretty. So it has a mixture of some beautiful matte shades, some metallic shades, and then of course the 4 actual glitter shades. I do not own glitter glue, so we're gonna just see what happens with this, and I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna do. You guys kind of know I just roll with the punches, and I don't do swatches. I think they're stupid as hell, and you know, a shadow can work beautifully on the skin and then not perform as well on the lids or vice versa. I don't go by swatches. I think they're stupid. If you like to see them, then I will start to do them, maybe just to show color payoff. But aside from that, I'm really not a fan of swatches. I never watch a video and go by swatches. I honestly go by how they look on the lids, how they perform, and things like that. So I do like the mirror. It's a little bit small, to be honest. But I mean, it's pretty. And the packaging, honestly, is absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited. I think I'm going to go in first with its designer, and it's sort of just like a taupey cream shade, and I'm going to put that all over the lid with just a fluffy brush. And this is just a Real Techniques fluffy brush. There's a lot of kickback, so people were not lying about that. And with this, literally, like, you know, you don't have to be easy, careful, or anything like that. I'm literally placing it on the entire lid. There's quite a bit of fallout with this. Fallout does not really bother me. Again, like I said, you know, in choosing a shadow and seeing if I really like a shadow, I'm looking for pigmentation and I'm looking for staying power. I'm looking for something that I can build up as well, something that's not gonna like crease once it's actually on my lids, something that's gonna blend well and work well together, not become a muddy hot mess. So, you know, that part of it doesn't really bother me too much. So I'm gonna go into the shade It's Cashmere, which is sort of like a deeper taupey shade. And hopefully you guys can see the kickback that's in here. I think you can kind of pick it up. So I'm going to go right here next into It's Cashmere. Same fluffy brush. This one I'm not getting as much kickback with. And I'm just going to use this as a transition shade because I'm hooded. I definitely go slightly above the natural crease line. That's a really, really good tip if you do have, obviously, hooded lids like myself. Hey, it is what it is. And I will bring that across the entire crease area. And I really like to kind of try to bring the shadow that I use for my transition shade all the way in. I don't know why you were not focusing, boo. Thank you. And kind of follow the hollow of my eye right here. So honestly, I feel like it's performing really well. I don't feel like it's getting patchy or muddy or anything like that. Again, it's kind of like our first, you know, shadow that we're actually laying down. I'm going to feel it with my finger though. It feels really soft. I don't feel like it feels powdery in any way or anything like that. I'll do a swatch just so y'all can see it, but you know, no, I don't really. So that is what it looks like. I feel like the representation in the pan is pretty much what it is looking like on my actual lid. I feel like a lot of times what we see in the pan is not what it looks like once it places, once it gets placed onto the lid, which that kind of drives me crazy sometimes, especially with darker shadows. It'll look like a dark cocoa in the pan and then you place it on the lid and you're like, where's the dark cocoa at? I hope everyone's ready for Christmas time. If you don't celebrate, then that's obviously totally, completely fine. I'm a total Christmas fanatic. I love everything about it. So blending super well. I really like it. I am now going to switch brushes, and I'm going to go into this little Moda brush. It is a number 2 shader brush, and it is more of like a flat tapered brush. And I'm going to start building up some pigment now, so I'm going to go into Oh That's Rich, and this one's more like a deep cocoa. It does to me look like it has a tinge of kind of red in it. And I'm going to just pick up a little bit because I don't quite know how pigmented it is. And I'm going to first start placing it just on the outer part of the lid that is pretty pigmented. I always like to start when I'm working on the outer part of the lid. I like to kind of press the pigment down, lay it down first, and then begin to blend it out. And then kind of whatever's left on my brush, I will kind of take into the crease area just so that it's not quite so harsh into the crease. Again, I have to build up and come up slightly above that crease area because I am hooded. But yeah, I love the holidays, like everything about the holidays. And like when people ask me like what's your favorite part of like Christmas time and the holidays, I'm like literally everything, like the entire feeling of it. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm genuine when I say that. Like every single part of it, the movies, the lights, Christmas carols, the food, eggnog, family, like just everything, every single part of it. I enjoy it. I enjoy just everything about it. I feel like just the feeling of it, people seem to be nicer, unless you work retail. People just seem to be nicer. I feel like there's just, I don't know, like a sense of just happiness. Like the aura in the air to me just seems so much nicer. So I'm literally, again, just kind of tapping it and pressing it in place. It's definitely buildable. I really feel like it's not becoming muddy or anything like that. I'm really able to, like I've added a couple little layers to it. And then again, just dragging whatever's left on the brush over. So yeah, I'm liking that. I'm actually gonna come over a little bit further than this. Again, I had no rhyme or reason with this, no like plan. And yes, I'm spoiled brat because I get to play with this before Christmas time. So yeah, and I mean, I really feel like it definitely looks on the lid the way that it does in the pan, so that's pretty impressive to me. There is no fallout coming down onto my face. So that also I appreciate greatly, which again, it doesn't really bother me. And I am someone that does my foundation first, and that still is not something that bothers me. Make sure I have enough light so you guys can see well. I'm not finding as much fallout with this shade. That very first shade had a lot of kickback with it. So again, I really like to press it in. I want to know what everyone's favorite movies are, like during Christmas time. My absolute favorite movie, and not even just at Christmas time, like my favorite movie of all time, is Miracle on 34th Street, and I love The Sound of Music. And I know that sounds crazy, and people are always like, oh, those are like old, ancient movies, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Which, I was born in 79. I feel like I should have been born in like the 50s or something. I've always felt like I'm an old soul, and I appreciate the classics. Classic music, classic movies, classic, clothing, vintage clothing, things like that. Like I am a thrift store whore. I love going to the thrift store and shopping and getting like you know, vintage goodies. I am actually very pleasantly surprised. I was honestly, you guys, like super nervous about this palette because I kind of got it because, well, I kind of really got it for the pink, the blue, and the gold, which I'm not really a pink or blue person, but I thought they were so freaking stunning. And then of course the packaging. And then I started seeing reviews, which I try not to watch reviews and watch YouTube videos if I know I'm picking up a product myself, but I couldn't help it with this. So I'm liking how this is looking so far. I think it's blending out beautifully. I always keep this super fluffy e.l.f. brush, and I will always kind of buff out the ends and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it's getting muddy or weird or anything like that. I definitely think that it was building up very nicely. So I'm just buffing it out. I don't like harsh edges or anything like that. So yeah, so I love Miracle on 34th Street. I actually just sat down here the other night and watched it on my little tiny TV back there. I have it on DVD. So yeah, I love it. I absolutely love that movie. I'm going to go into a very small little flat brush and go straight back into Oh That's Rich, which is that rich chocolate shade. And I'm just going to connect this line that I've stopped at here and stay kind of pretty close to the lash line and just give myself a little bit of dimension here. And I'm not going to come all the way across. I want to kind of keep this part really open and really light because I want to kind of play around with like the golds and stuff. And then I love the Polar Express. I love White Christmas. And the Confession, I've never seen e.l.f. all the way through. Like every time I've ever like started watching it, it was already almost over or yeah. So I really want to see it because everybody talks about how funny it is. So I think I need to see it. I think I need to sit down and watch it. And then of course I'm addicted to Hallmark Channel. Who isn't this time of the year? So again, I'm not getting a lot of fallout at all. I'm gonna get really close and look. Yeah, there's like no fallout at all coming down onto my cheeks. And I don't feel like it's getting muddy or anything like that in any way. I like it. I definitely like it so far. The only thing I kind of wish, and I know the Kohl Under Pressure is black, I wish was a matte black in here. I really, when I'm going for something where I want to really, that was not English, when I want to really intensify the outer corner of the eye, I like to go matte black or really pull it out. I'm going to try the Kohl Under Pressure and get a little pencil brush and kind of see how that looks. Yeah. Well, let's see. It might be a shit show. I'm going to use a little Luxie mini tapered brush, not necessarily a pencil brush, but we're going to see how this works. This is the Kohl Under Pressure, and it is a black, but it has a slight blue, like sparkle to it. Kind of scared y'all. A lot of kickback with this shadow as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. But we'll see. We shall see. And I'm just barely, you guys, gonna place it like right here and see how that looks. Okay, so it's not... Oh, okay, so it doesn't actually come up super shimmery. And I'm gonna kind of pull it down just a little bit here too. Okay, so I actually like that better. I really thought that it was going to be kind of a weird shimmery mess, which I was not down for. So again, just enough to just kind of pull this outer corner out and just deepen it up a little bit. And then again, I'm just going to kind of cut this little area and put probably the gold or the pink. I don't really know yet. Sorry guys, I just made you drunk. And again, I'm not bringing this all the way in. I'm keeping it really on just that little outer V area. This black, to me, you guys, kind of feels a little dry. It is, I mean, it's coming up super black, but even on my lid, it's feeling a little powdery. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I do feel like it's getting slightly muddy and it's just a little powdery. Not something to deter me from using it, but just something to note. Oh yeah, that's what I needed. Just that little bit of intensity. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I'm okay with it. Okay, so now I'm going to just cut the first part of the crease, not anything like crazy or anything like that. I'm going to use my ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and this is the 00, just the white. And I don't go straight to my lid. I learned the hard way not to do that because then you're going to mess up your wand and it's not cute. So, and I'm going to go into my Morphe M421. This is like the perfect cut crease brush. And if you have hooded lids, even really if you don't, this is a really good trick too. But if you kind of place your concealer down and then kind of bend down and open your eyes, it's going to leave the little line where you really should cut the rest of the crease at. And then once you cut the crease, you can take a little tiny pencil brush and just kind of deepen up this area if you choose to. And I really find that using this shade, and I'm just going to press it out with my fingers, guys. I really find that using the white as opposed to like a skin tone concealer works so much better. Like I kind of just discovered that about a month ago when I got this concealer. But it works so much better, truly. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Just because I feel like the more intense the white is, obviously, the more pigmented the other shade will lay down on top of it. That's my game plan. Okay. And I like to work one at a time so that the concealer kind of stays sticky. And I'm literally just going to wipe the brush just a little bit. Oh, I don't know what color to use. I think I'm really going to do the pink. Or maybe we'll do a couple. And I think I'm going to go in with my finger. I'm kind of nervous, y'all, because I don't have glitter glue. So that is what it looks like. Super metallic, super foiled. And I think I'm going to place the pink on the outside. Oh. If this is this pretty without glitter glue, you guys. Oh my gosh. Then I can just imagine how pretty it is with glitter glue. I'm going to attempt to pick it up with the brush. I'm probably going to screw this shadow up. No, okay. You can pick it up with the brush, guys. So I definitely think I could benefit from having a glitter glue. I don't think you absolutely have to have it. I don't feel like it's like falling off everywhere. There are a couple little particles like right here underneath my lid. Yeah, I think it's pretty. I like it. And then I think with the pink, I'm probably gonna go into the silver. Let's try Diamond Life. Okay, I don't really like how that feels, and it's a little bit more chunky feeling, I guess you could say. If my camera would focus, that would be fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm flicking you guys off. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what she looks like. It's pretty. I'll try to pick it up again with the brush. This silver color feels weird, you guys. I mean, it's still pretty. I'm not mad at it, but it feels kind of weird. It's this one right here. It just has a kind of a weird, like, grainy texture to it. It feels very strange to me. Like, very, very strange. And I'm so sorry that my camera is not focusing for you guys. You don't know what she's trying to do. She's being a hater, apparently. Anyways, this shade right here. I mean, I don't think it looks terrible. We need to obviously do some blending. I'm gonna try to add a little bit more of this. If you guys could see me, that'd be great, huh? Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. It just kind of is getting really chunky, and it feels very strange, very hard to explain. I don't know. It feels like dust. Yeah, okay, I don't like that particular shade. I think the pink shade is absolutely stunning, and I think that if it's this beautiful without a glitter glue, I can just imagine what it would be with a glitter glue on it. So I definitely need to invest in a glitter glue. Yeah, I mean, I think overall it's nice. I'm going to go back into the Kohl Under Pressure. I just want to add a little bit more black to the outside. And then I'm going to go back into Oh That's Rich as well. And then I'm going to go back into It's Cashmere. Very, very softly. And just kind of start buffing out the edges. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's pretty. Meh. Not the best look I've ever done. I'm trying to just blend these two slightly together. Yeah, that white shade is like kind of everywhere. That's also my fault that I don't have glitter glue. I'm not really gonna say too much about the actual shadow. But I think that it's really pretty overall. I think that it's super stunning. So I'm going to finish this one and then come back and then give my final thoughts. We shall see. Okay, I am back. My final thoughts. Let me get super close so you guys can see. Overall, I think it's a good palette. I don't know that I'm going to reach for it all the time. I am going to show it to you up close just so you can see the amount of fallout that was kind of in this one. The rest of them weren't so bad. I do not like the shade right here, the Diamond Life. It just feels so weird. The texture of it is really, it's hard to explain, and I will try it one more time. Again, I'm not somebody that kind of gives up on a product after the first time. I will kind of see how these wear. It's already like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, so I mean, I'm not gonna wear them for hours and hours and hours today. But I'll try it again, and I will get some glitter glue, and I will see how it performs and how long it wears. I did take a little bit of the blue shadow, the jewel tone. I did place a little bit of this right underneath, and then I took a little bit of Clutch Your Pearls and Its Designer together and just put a little bit right here. Obviously, if I had the rest of my makeup done and I had a nice strong brow on, it would look a little bit different. Y'all don't want to get me in the comments, okay? Mama knows, mama knows. I think overall it's a good palette. I think that the mattes performed really well overall. I think that they are really nicely pigmented. I feel like they blended out well. The black over here felt super powdery, even though it is nicely pigmented, and I feel like it did blend well and it performed well with the other, the other pigments. It feels really powdery, like really dry, I guess is the best way to say that. The Clutch Your Pearls, which is pretty much the only actual metallic aside from the blue, these two felt really nice. They feel really buttery and really creamy to the touch, and then also when I did them on the actual lid, they felt really nice. Obviously, I didn't play with them too much. I just did the blue underneath and then the white right here. Again, I will visit it, one more time. The pink, I think, is absolutely stunning, and I think if I got this much kind of a punch without using anything, without a wet brush, I just literally put my finger in it, you guys, and then place a little bit and press it in with a dry brush. I think if I wet my brush, or if I used obviously some glitter glue, and I believe that it does suggest that you do that, I really believe that if I did that, it would be absolutely stunning. Yeah, the diamond one is trash. I do not like it. I will try it again. I will visit the palette again and get some glitter glue and try that. So I will revisit this, you guys, and kind of give a final thoughts. I don't want to throw this under the bus. I think overall, I think it's a good palette. I will definitely visit it again. I think the mattes performed beautifully. I'm really excited to kind of get into the rest of the kind of foiled shadows, and I'm super excited to try it again with obviously some glitter glue. So I'm not going to say yay or nay. I'm not going to say, hey, don't go buy it, or hey, go buy it. It's worth, you know, I think it was $49. I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to say for right now, it's good. It's good. But I don't know. I think that the look that I have is a decent look. Again, I'm kind of rushing. I don't feel the best. The rest of my makeup is not on, and sometimes it's also kind of hard to see what the total look would be with the rest of your face done. So I am going to come back to this probably very soon. Like probably maybe the next video I do, because I'm gonna go try to get some glitter glue this weekend and try it again and do a different look, play with some different shadows. But I think overall it is a good palette. So yeah, that's it. I think definitely the packaging is, you know, superior. I think Too Faced does some phenomenal packaging. Like I really still want to try it's like the canary yellow or whatever it is, or yellow diamond, the highlight that goes with this collection. I want to try that so bad. It's so stunning. But yeah, I definitely, I'll get back to you guys on this and do another kind of catch up with this particular palette. I think that overall it's a good palette, and yeah, so I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not going to say that it's bad or anything like that. I think I will try it again and we'll see what she does. But yeah, that's it. I mean, I still think that it's a beautiful palette, and we'll kind of see what happens. So that's it, and I appreciate everything, and I will see you guys again before Christmas. So I will say Merry Christmas now, and if you don't celebrate, then that's amazing too. But I will say it again when I see you guys on the next one. And if you like this video at all, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe below. If you hit that notification bell, I'd even be more grateful and thankful. And I appreciate you guys so much. Please always be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.